And hey everybody, it's me, Tim Music. I am back for another edition of What's New here at JB Prints. Sorry, the scheduling has been a little crazy. My cameraman was on holiday last week, doing what you do on holiday, I guess. And so we kind of skipped a week. We tried to get something going. It was a little crazy, but nonetheless, we're here now. That's what's important. We're ready to talk to you, and we're going to talk to you today about something that is not necessarily new. I'll start by saying that. We have had this kind of thing in our line or in our lineup in the past, but what we are doing is kind of sort of for us revisiting a classic. So what you see here in front of me is basically what we refer to as a cone stand. And what we mean by a cone stand, or what it was designed to do, or what we like it for, is that we have a series of these disposable cones that have been on our lineup for quite some time now. They come in, they come in 3 different styles. You see 6 altogether, but 2 sizes in each style. So we have one that has a kind of a newsprint theme. We have one made out of wood, and then we have kind of sort of a plain paper kind of, or white cardboard. They are pretty rigid. They have some stiffness to them. So they will hold up. Maybe I should do that again so you can see kind of sort of the rigidity. It's not just a flimsy piece of paper. It's kind of sort of a double wrapped cardboard. We call these sizes the largest one, the medium. They're kind of sort of identical in format, just kind of different in their shape. The newsprint one gets kind of kitschy and cute. If you look at the newsprint, it says the New Fork Times. It has some little picture of the Eiffel Tower on it. I guess to harken back to the days of old when food and things got wrapped in fish. If you go to a chipper in England or the like, that was kind of sort of the norm. I don't know if it still is, but there you go. Nonetheless, we thought this was really cool. It's really simple. It's very straightforward. It holds 24 cones. These 2 sizes happen to be ideal. I believe the whole diameter on these is 1.25 inches. If I didn't say this already, it does hold 24 cones. What kind of makes it cool, or why we like it, is that cones are great, right? They are this very cool thing, nostalgic for a lot of people. Food comes in cones. Maybe that's an ice cream cone thing. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Maybe it's a Thanksgiving cornucopia ideal. But nonetheless, I relate food and cones. It's just one of those things I do. So these give you kind of sort of a nice vehicle to put some snacks for your customer, something they can hold in hand and vent. Not worry about, dropping everything, things going all over the place, kind of do this kind of emotion. Maybe some gourmet popcorn at a kid event. Lots of different ideas. The point is that they're a little bit difficult to work with and handle simply because you can't stand them up. They don't go on a flat surface anywhere, so you need some kind of contrivance. So we tried to come up with something that was pretty simple and straightforward. Full disclosure, we used to have this in bamboo. For lots of reasons, it got discontinued. The material was a little hard to work with. Couldn't get clean holes, so we kind of updated it. Went to a birch material with a veneer on top. This particular one happens to be black. I'm holding, hopefully guys you can see that. We actually have it in another color, which I'll show you in a moment when I get into the details a little bit more. But the reality of it is, again, this gives you kind of a twofold solution. It allows you to kind of work and fill the cones so you're not so worried about things going all over the place. And it also allows you to bring them out to your client, drop them on a table, and not have to worry about them so much. You could have multis, and then you could kind of sort of perpetually refresh if need be. The other thing that's pretty cool about this, or one of the things that we thought about that we were kind of insistent on, is when we made it, is that if you notice, we kind of alternated the cones here so you can kind of see the spacing and get an idea. But the other reality is that if you put 2 large cones next to each other in this setup, they're not crowded. They don't kind of take each other over. They do kiss each other slightly, but they're not kind of sort of flopping and doing this kind of a deal. There's enough space, or just a hair of room, where it doesn't look like they're all bunched up. So we thought that was important. We thought that little negative space between them was kind of essential for a look, and that's one of the things that we thought about when we made it. I'm going to do a little rotation here, if you bear with me for 1 second. So this is the black veneer. We also have one in a more kind of natural wood veneer. Maybe it works better, with this kind of lighter material cone. I'm going to hold it up for you. is you can kind of sort of see the thickness of the birch ply, and then you can see the color of the veneer and the holes on top. This is not a flimsy thing. It's rigid, it's stiff. I'm trying to torque it or tweak it a little bit. Nothing's happening. And it's set on stainless steel legs. Again, not dishwasher safe, something you want to take care of and probably hand wipe down. But again, it's a twofold solution. It allows you to set your cones up, and it allows you to serve your cones. The other cool thing about it, or I guess the third plus about this, is that we designed it where they could go side by side on a full sheet tray. And we thought this was important for catering types in the world, all the food service types. We know the speed rack and the sheet tray is a very, very common way to transport things around. So I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but these are two conveniently sitting on top of a full-size US sheet pan. This is going to a speed rack very, very easily. They're not crowded, they're not bumping around, and there you go. We happen to think this is awesome. We're going into party season. It's wedding time. It's graduation time. For me, it's always a party time if my wife lets me out of the house. Nonetheless, this is just another cool way or another vehicle or another great tool for you to kind of up your game and provide your clients with something fun, cool, and exciting. We hope you love it. We love it. It's, again, an oldie but goodie. Nonetheless, something that's we thought worth talking about and pointing out to you. I just want to end really, really quickly today. On May 26th, I personally will be attending an event in Los Angeles. It is a pig roast competition. It's sponsored by the LA Times. It is sponsored by LA Times, I said that already. And it's also sponsored by us a little bit. We're working with Chef Alvin Kylon, formerly of Amboy Unit 120, and probably the name that's more familiar for you, Egg Slut. He's hosting a very cool Lechon Fest. We thought we'd go out and check it out. We don't really do that kind of thing too much, but we're coming out to LA. We're going to give people some high fives, especially you chef types. If you have the time and you want to attend the event, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's cool. We'll have some links up to it soon on Instagram, hopefully on our homepage of our website soon. Just another opportunity for us to say thank you in person and say hello. Please keep joining us week over week. We love you. Thank you very much for joining us. See you again next week. We're out. Bye-bye now.